UK and US say Russia fired a satellite weapon in space. The US and UK have accused Russia of testing a weapon-like projectile in space that could be used to target satellites in orbit. The US State Department described the recent use of what would appear to be actual in-orbit anti-satellite weaponry as concerning. Russia's defense ministry earlier said it was using new technology to perform checks on Russian space equipment. The US has previously raised concern about new Russian satellite activity, but it is the first time the UK has made accusations about Russian test firing in space. They come just days after an inquiry said the UK government badly underestimated the threat posed by Russia. In a statement on Thursday, US Assistant Secretary of State for International Security and Non-Proliferation Christopher Ford accused Moscow of hypocrisy after it said it wanted arms control to be expanded to space. Moscow aims to restrict the capabilities of the United States while clearly having no intention of halting its own counter-space program, he said. The head of the UK's Space Directorate, Air Vice Marshal Harvey Smith, said he was also concerned about the latest Russian satellite test, which he said had the characteristics of a weapon. Actions like this threaten the peaceful use of space and risk causing debris that could pose a threat to satellites and the space system on which the world depends, he said. He argued Russia to be responsible and to avoid any further such testing. Russia, the UK, the US, and China are among more than 100 nations to have committed to a space treaty that stipulates that outer space is to be explored by all and peril for peaceful purpose. The treaty adds that weapons should not be placed in orbit or in space. The US said the Russia satellite system was the same one it raised concern about in 2018 and earlier this year when the US accused it of maneuvering close to an American satellite. In this latest incident, Gen J. Raymond, who heads US Space Command, said there was evidence Russia conducted a test of a space-based anti-satellite weapon. Gen Raymond added, "This is further evidence of Russia continuing efforts to develop and test space-based systems and consistent with the Kremlin's published military doctrine to employ weapons that hold US and allied space interests at risk. This Russian test of what the Americans say is an anti-satellite weapon is part of a pattern of recent Russian space activity. In February, the US military said that two Russian satellites maneuvered close to an American one, and in April, Moscow test-fired a ground-based satellite interceptor. Only four countries, Russia and US, China, and India, have demonstrated an anti-satellite capability over the past decades. Anti-satellite warheads have been carried aloft by aircraft or rockets, and satellites have also been illuminated by lasers. But Moscow is also clearly looking at using one satellite to kill another. Interest in such weapons is growing given our reliance upon satellites for a variety of purposes such as intelligence gathering, communications, navigation, and early warning. There is no treaty banning or limiting such weapons, though a number of countries have argued for some kind of agreement to do just this. But in military terms, space has already become the new frontier, with several countries organizing a specific commerce in their armed force to deal with both an defensive and offensive aspects of protecting their essential space-based system. A test of a new Russian satellite took place on 15 July with the aim of performing checks on the country's space equipment. Russia's defense ministry said at the time, during testing of the latest space technology, one of the domestic satellites was examined close up using the specialized equipment of a small spacecraft, the ministry said, according to Interfax news agency. It added that valuable information about the technical condition of the object under investigation had been recorded.